Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel that I run and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Fam, we all are going through something, and I just want you to know there's light at the end of the tunnel. As with myself, man, I was going through some shit, man, and it damn near, bring me to my knees. But I had to get back up, and I'm telling you too, you can get back up too. This is not where your story ends. It's just where it begins again at. Sometimes you gotta go through stuff, face stuff, get knocked down in order to get back up. One thing about me, I've been knocked down so many damn times. It's just hard to count. But I do one thing, I get back up. I get back up, stand 10 toes down, and try my best each day. And that's what I want for you. I just want you to know, if anybody have never said this to you, I'm proud of you. Where you at right now is not where you're going to end up. Your future is bright, and it's going to keep shining. Man, it doesn't rain forever. And when it does, put your umbrella up. Just know, it's just something you got to face. I know, challenging, trials and tribulations, when they come and, you say, man, look, it's easier for me to turn around instead of me going through. But sometimes you just got to go through. Sometimes it ain't no other way but to go through it. Sometimes it may take a month. Sometimes it may take, another month. Hell, it may take a week, may take a day, may take years, bro. Sometimes you gotta really go through it and understand it after it's done. Dude, I had a dream last night that was so vivid and so clear. I asked God for clarity the other day, you know, and He showed me in it a dream. And that dream, it made me feel like everything that I was going through at that particular time of my life, I wasn't really understanding. In that dream, I understood everything. I understood why and why everything happened the way it's supposed to. Bruh, because if I hadn't went through all that stuff that I went through, all those hard times, all those bad times, all those times where I wasn't certain if I could even get back up, I wouldn't be here now. People think that life, you could just stand still and things will get better. No. Bro, using that mentality, shit gets worse. It don't get better. If it's untreated, it gets worse. This is why you gotta nip stuff in the bud. If you see some stuff in a situation that you in and you don't like it, say something then. Don't wait till years later to say something once it got really bad. Say it now. Let people know how you feel. That way they can back the hell up. Man, these words, I hope they're touching you. I hope they're reaching you. I hope that you can share this video with other people, because sometimes, man, the message may not be for you. It may be for your brother going through something, your sister that's going through hard times, to let her know, hey, this is not where you end. This is where you begin. Sometimes, man, people are not meant to go on a whole journey with you. Your whole friends, I had, my friends tell me, I had friends ever since I was kids, man. We still do. I noticed one thing about those friends that I heard so much about. Dude, they haven't grown. You have. You ever outgrow somebody, man? You just like, I'm not even understanding where they're coming from anymore. It's not that you bougie or you think you better. You outgrew that situation because that situation makes absolutely no sense to you. Because you are in a place now that you care about what you do. You care about how you sing. If you do something stupid, you can go to jail. You realize that. And everything that you fought so hard to get, fought so hard to work for, a life that was better than the one you came for, can be all taken away so easily. People are like, man, I would have said this, I would have done that. I said, no. I know who I am as a person. I know I need to back up. I'm big as hell. I'm aggressive as hell looking, and I gotta understand, man, I may not be taken as the victim in the situation. You know, I'm just like, I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna move around. Dude, it ain't always good to go in guns blazing, man. Sometimes you gotta think about the outcome. You gotta think about everything that you got to lose. Because in that moment, you have clarity. You be like, I could lose my family, I could lose my wife, my kids, I could lose this, I could lose that. Dude, you just sitting here thinking, you know, you like God done put that epiphany on you saying, hey man, you see all the stuff you can lose. You start backing up and be like, I'm up out of here. Dude, that's why I don't hang around people that threaten my peace. I don't hang around family members who, you know, for the most part, don't have nothing good. Hey, I can share words with you every now and then. But as far as entertaining those conversations and all of that, sometimes you let people go, man. Even the people that done you wrong. Wish them well and let them move on. Don't hold on to it, man. Don't hold on to the anger. Don't hold on to the hurt. Dude, I told you, hold on to a little bit of it just in case it won't happen again. Let that shit go. Because that shit is toxic. And I didn't realize that myself. You got to let it all go, bro. Forgive them. Let it move. Let them move on. Let them move on in peace and in God, man. But your peace should never be affected by somebody else who ain't got nothing to do with your life. Don't let somebody live rent-free in your head. While you sitting here done changed your whole world, bro. You know what? I done seen the damn world. I done seen parts of this world that I thought I'd never see. Dude, I thank God for that person leaving me, discarding me, breaking me. I thank God for that because another woman came and helped put me back together with the help of God. And I became a better person, bro. I seen all my faults. It's not like I never seen them before, but I seen them all. And I didn't want to live that way. When you get with certain people, you pick up some of their energy and they pick up some of yours. If their energy is too negative, it starts outweighing your positive energy. And even if you giving them positive energy, they won't accept it from you because they don't want it from you. This is what I've been telling you for the longest. Go where you're celebrating, appreciating, not where you tolerate it. And again, this is no dig towards any woman out there. All of that was on me. And I'm going to say it again. That all lied on me, you know, because I was the one that stayed, you know. And when it was time to do everything it was needed, God swept all of that shit right into place. And dude, I was just like ready to go after that. I'm like, man, God changed my whole world. And I just want you to understand he can do the same for you. I'm not preaching. This is not a preaching channel. This is not a sermon. This is just inspirational. Bruh, man, with everything that's going on out here, man, it's real. You hear me complaining about stuff and you be like, man, you don't know what it's like to go through this. You don't know what it's like to... And I'm looking at you like, man, you just don't know. We look at a person where they at now and not who they used to be or where they used to be at, bro. All you see is what you see now. You don't see the past. You didn't see where I sometimes, shit, I went to bed hungry as a whole grown-ass man. We didn't understand that. We didn't understand that shit. I didn't know where my next dollar was coming from as a whole grown-ass man. Dude, sometimes we make choices and decisions, and those choices and decisions are not good ones, man. Sometimes we do things that are against our own best interests. We leave jobs that were honestly the best thing that ever happened to us to go to another job where you thought just because the money was way better, you know, it was this, it was that. You come to find out, hell, money don't mean nothing. I'm serious, it don't. When it comes to you working 60 to 80 hours a week, it don't mean a damn thing. Where you gonna spend it at? What you gonna do with it? You can't have no relationship working that many damn hours. You just never will. Dude, and like I said, the unthinkable happen. Bad things happen when you're not healthy. When you're not in the right state of mind, the right place. Dude, when you leave situations like that, you begin to grow. Dude, when I left those type of jobs alone where, you know, I wasn't even considered as a person, I was just a commodity. Once I left that nonsense, man, I felt a lot better, free. Dude, there are going to be times when you just want to quit. And I'm going to say this to a lot of people. So people say, hey, look, God says don't serve two masters, don't be this, don't be that. God understands. You got to work in this life. And if you don't work in this life, you won't eat. You won't have a place to live. You won't be able to survive. God gives you opportunities. And these opportunities come up sometimes as jobs, bro. You know, people say, no, man, I did that by myself. That wasn't God, that was me. You be like, you don't know that person. You don't know what this opportunity came from. It just came out of thin air. That was God. And you sitting there saying, no, that was me. And I'm like, yeah, all right. You keep doing that. Like, no, man, I did this, I did. Next thing, it all fell apart. I said, see, that was you saying that you God now. Dude, look, give credit where it's due. I'm not telling you to go to church. I'm not telling you to have faith. I'm not telling you anything. I just tell you what I believe in. I have faith in a higher power. I have faith that when I wake up in the morning, I am grateful to be above ground than underground. I have seen so many people come and go. I've seen so many people who haven't lived their life. I've seen so many people hurt by a lot of decisions they made in this world. And, you know, at the end up regretting every last one of them because, you know, the decision didn't leave them back to what they thought they would be. Man, there's 4 billion women, 4 billion men in this world. Whatever you choose, always remember, there's somebody else out there. There's not one soulmate for you. That's the craziest nonsense I ever heard. I'm going to explain it to you. It's just certain people that your body could connect with a little better. It's not just one person. You have thousands of you got thousands of mates out there who are potentially either where you at now, really good, or even better. But it depends on where you at in your life. Would you appreciate this? Dude, if you are in a bad place in your life, you wouldn't appreciate somebody coming in and building you up. You would take that as a sign, well, she built me up. I'm going to go out here and live my best life. No, see, you see where that went. In the process of her building you up, you destroyed her. She built you up, and after you got everything you needed, you spreaded your wings and destroyed her. No, that ain't how it works. And vice versa, it happens both ways. I know guys who done put women through school, and after the women graduate and everything like that, and, you know, they break up with them. You know, or you marry somebody and take on all their debt and pay it off, and all of a sudden, after all of it's said and done, they divorce. I'm going to tell you something. Love will blind you, but make sure you keep your damn eyes open. If you're in a relationship with somebody, understand what the relationship is. Understand if this person's coming in of a relationship with you with over $300,000 of debt, walk away. It ain't nothing you could do with that, because you marry that person, that debt becomes yours. That ain't love, that ain't all this. How did they get this debt? Is this school debt, you know, like hospital debt? What is it? You know, because sometimes people have spending problems, and that could be $300,000 of spending problems, whereas you could get with this person and they just destroy your life. Some people are not financially literate. And to be honest, you know, that should have been some stuff taught at home when you were younger. But, you know, a lot of our parents, man, weren't in a place where they could actually teach you because they were struggling. I'm not saying everybody. Please don't think that. I'm not saying that, you know, this goes for everybody. It don't. Some people came from wonderful situations where parents, you know, were in good places, or they were rich, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not hating on anybody. All I'm saying is I didn't come from that. You know, I build myself up. People ask, how do you have so much? I accumulate stuff. Bruh, I work hard at what I do. You know, if I want something, I find a way to get it. Dude, I was collecting cars when I was younger. Not toy cars. I was collecting cars. I found a way to do it. But one thing about having cars, bruh, nobody never tell you, and nobody ever will. When you collect cars, cars come with more expenses than just you collecting toys. Once you collect these are yours. All this stuff, video games, and that's yours. Cars, yeah, they're yours, but you still got to get city stickers, plate stickers, You got to get your car fixed. You got to get it maintained. You got to have insurance. You got to have all type of stuff, bro. And that cost, those costs add up, and nobody ever realized that. You know, that's the thing that I want to pass off, man. Everybody has a thought process on something. People tell you what you should do, but you the only one know what you need to do. Should is one thing, need is another. I once had someone meet my family, and they weren't interested. Family were talking to them, trying to get to know them. They didn't say nothing. Then when that relationship ended, they tried to talk to my family, and none of them even responded. The thing behind that is, and I want to say this to you, and you need to hear this, not everybody's in it for the right reason. Sometimes people are with you just for a place to stay. Sometimes people are with you for a place to, where, they can heal until they're ready to get out there and do what they need to do again. It's not your job to fix anybody. And unless God put it on you, you would know he did to fix them. And by fixing them, I mean not, you doing everything to put them back together. No, they got to work with you. It's like a drowning person. When a person's drowning, you don't try to grab them. You tell them, hey, look, you need to come down. Stay still. And if they still falling and all that, moving their arms and all wild about, you let their ass move all about until they tire themselves out. That's when you take them. You cannot pull somebody out the water from drowning. They'll drown you unless you train. People don't understand that. This is why I say you got to keep on moving. And you got to understand why certain things are not for you. Man, I know a lot of y'all say, hell, it seems like everything leads back to relationships with you. It all does. Every person that we get with in our life plays a big part in our world, bro. They do. This is why I tell you, be very mindful of the stuff you do. Just keep all of that in mind. But till later, thank you for watching. Peace out.